video petition to make 360 video available on all platforms for consumption. And here are the reasons why. First off, it's the absolute medium of the future. We've been, tied to the subjective POV for the longest. The little rectangle, arguing if it's vertical or horizontal, which one is the proper version to use. It doesn't matter. The proper version to use is clearly, strictly dictated only by the platform that we use. People used to hate vertical videos when most were still using laptops and TVs to consume the majority of their visual media. But as we've shifted towards a vertical landscape, we've gotten vertically filmed movies, an abundance of video format being shot vertically that has kind of become the norm, and it will not translate to the horizontal medium as well as something like this would. For example, you could be finding this video on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, whatever it may be, and I can easily format it to be compatible with a TV since it's shooting the entirety of the space. Outside of compatibility on different mediums and platforms, you get to enjoy the control of your own perspective. Try it. Even if you're watching this on your TV right now, you can use your remote to click around on the screen and push to find whatever it is you're looking for. Now, on your phone and on your laptop, you may be forced, on your phone specifically, to be using this video and consuming it in a horizontal manner. But that doesn't matter at the end of the day, because you could very well consume it vertically if platforms like Instagram and Facebook, which already uses it, Facebook is already compatible with 360 video, can allow you to upload videos in this format. Now, outside of just the shape of the mediums that we use, like vertical and horizontal, think about the hardware that we're going to be using. We're using phones right now, which is probably the dumbest way that we're ever going to consume information as of this point moving forward. And phones, I'm not saying phones are dumb. I'm saying it's the dumbest of what's to come. Bars. And what I mean by that is that if I were to receive a text message right now, I could look down on my phone and look at it, read it, and I would be completely blind to my environment for the seconds that it takes me to read and respond to those messages. So yeah, in a sense, it's stupid because it doesn't allow us to interface with both our environment and the data of our digital counterparts or our digital selves, which is also a large part of how we communicate and live in our regular life. We've become digitally psychic beings in our cybernetic relationship to technology. Don't you feel naked without your phone? It's not because you love the ability to talk and tweet and text and play Subway Surfer or whatever it is you want to play wherever you want to go. It's because it's as much a part of your senses and your sensory experience as hearing, seeing, smelling, and tasting is. If you're not able to receive information from the outside world, you're as good as useless to the outside world. Unless you're the reclusive lumberjack that provides, the majority of lumber to a small village somewhere. But that's a very niche exception, and I refuse to make that the rule. But outside of that, we've already adopted the psychic relation in our consumption of medium. And what I mean by that is, think of Twitch, live streaming. Live streaming is by far the most interactive form of media that we've ever created in the digital landscape. It's something alike to stand-up comedy in a small venue, being able to heckle at the comedian and inform the direction of the media that you're consuming, of the craft or of the form of entertainment. In that sense, live streaming is as much a piece of entertainment as it is a conversation between yourself, your favorite creator, and the community that your favorite creator has built of like-minded individuals. Now, the only non-controllable perspective in the streaming experience is your ability to look around and share the same point of view as the creator. And by that I mean, when have you ever been having a conversation side by side with your friend and have to look at them the entire time? This is weird, right? Imagine you're talking to I almost got blinded by a branch just now to make that point. All that to say that in the real world, you're not bound by one specific perspective. I mean, you are in terms of your own body, but you have a neck that allows you to look around, 270 degrees or 180 degrees, left to right. And you get to choose where you look at any given moment. And that's not a control you'd be willing to relinquish just because some person says that they have something really interesting. I mean, you have to look at me the entire time we're walking for this point to get across. That's silly. And that never, exists in the real world. And I'm making this long-winded point to say that the digital landscape is going to be made more efficient by its mimicry of the real world. Not only in terms of biomimicry, but in terms of psychic mimicry. When we're having a conversation, we have the ability to interject at any given... Sorry, I'm getting bombarded with spider webs right now. But we're tied to our ability, we can interject at any given moment. We have that freedom. In watching a film, we don't necessarily have the freedom of telling the character, don't go behind that door, or don't do this and don't do that. But that's because we fully relinquish and suspend our disbelief to embark in a world that we entrust a creator can provide for us that will be entertaining and of value to us, the consumer. But as we become more self-sovereign in the digital landscape and subsequently in the world, we're going to find ourselves more and more reluctant to relinquish that same sovereignty. Why would we go back to paying artists money directly when we have Spotify? Why would we, you know what I'm saying? Like, we've become so adept to a certain way of consuming and interfacing with information that it would be strange for us to backpedal and give away our sense of control in order to what? Just look at this. Look at what I'm looking at. And you can look at it or you can not look at it. I might have a booger in my nose that you want to look at right now. But that's for you to decide. If you want to look at it or not. And if this was a live chat right now, I could confirm whether or not I have a booger in my nose or in my eye. In real time. Just further making the point that this is where we're going. And this is not just a woo-woo, hey, I'm a futurist and I want things to be futuristic for the sake of futurism. I think that our relationship to the mediums in a visual world have always been tied to the larger trend of the collective psyche. Think about the selfie era in the early 2010s when social media and Instagram were just starting to take place as a picture sharing platform. You remember how popular vignetting and filters were? Vignetting is that like black little shading that's on the corners of a rectangular or square frame that draws the attention, that's meant to draw the attention towards the center of the frame. I think that the reason that that was so prominent is not only because people wanted to modify their stuff, but it was so impressive to be able to share your creative perspective instantaneously that it was a subconscious need to want to funnel people's attention to the creation that you'd put together, your swag era outfit, or whatever pre-man bun outfit other people had. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously I'm pointing out the stereotypes here, but you get what I'm going for. And as we steer away from the novelty of being able to have live interactions with our creators, we're gonna seek more ways to interject and have live input in the communities that we participate in, using the creators as an avenue to be the, not even gatekeepers, but to be the representative of digital third spaces that we enjoy as a community. We find ourselves, even in the entrepreneurial digital landscape, funneling communities towards micro chasms of themselves, separating our Instagram and TikTok followings and funneling them towards a Discord or towards a Patreon, where we could have live conversations with our creative and our creatives in a more intimate setting. Now, once that becomes the norm, we get to a point where we can just decide what we're up to today. You can have AR glasses and be in your bedroom and say, I want to go to Japan right now. Log on, find a Japanese creator who's just roaming through the city, and you get to enjoy the landscape, looking around as you would with your phone. You can literally pick up your phone right now, put it up to your face, and move it around as if it was your perspective and share the exact same view that I'm sharing right now. You could, if you wanted to, match and look the direction I'm walking in and mimic that one for one. Become me or become a participant who enjoys that. Now imagine me not holding and say, oh, a rabbit. You could rewind and look at that rabbit if you were looking at my face. You see what I'm saying? Is the point getting across? I really hope so. I don't have a live chat to get the input on this, but I feel like I've made my points clear enough to be able to make this, oh my God. Jeez. I could go back and peep the footwork on that as well. But I feel like the point's being made, and I'm running out of road here before I get to my car. So I'm gonna go back to the point where I think this is the future. And outside of the data heavy nature of these files, we all know that it's gonna be just a matter of time until things like neural computation become the ultimate, form of compressing information and streamlining information and data. And it's only a matter of 10, 15 years before AR glasses can shoot 360 videos. So let's see what kind of response this draws. If people agree with it, if not, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. What do you think?